Sir, I wanted to know that there are more than 4,000 religions today, if you count all the sects and subsects. Despite that, there is no compassion, no peace. Do you think organized religion has failed society totally?
Oh, we can't say total failure. No. I think at least for me, Buddhism not failed. In my day-to-day life, very helpful. Then many sort of, I think at least millions of people are still receiving immense sort of benefit from these, this religious tradition. Sometimes, I think even among Tibetan also, sometimes you see we just carry sort of religion as a ceremonial way or ritual without touching the real sort of meaning. And then religion also used for exploitation. So therefore, whether we accept religion or not, up to individual. Once you accept religion, you should be serious and sincere and full of knowledge about one's own religious sort of tradition is very important. I often telling my Indian friend, you see, recite some Sanskrit shloka, few shlokas of Sanskrit, reciting, but without knowing the meaning. And not much sort of useful, isn't it? One Sadaji here in Golden Temple, you see, they read always the Sikhism sort of the holy. But I don't know whether they really implement what state in the book, holy book. So we Buddhists also. So the knowledge I just returned from Japan. Japan, traditionally Buddhist country, but they. I think I want just to share. This is not serious, a joke. I think half joke. Even some Japanese here, it's okay, no problem. I heard, you see, some Japanese, you see, at the time of birth, they carry ritual according Shintoism, the native religion. Then at the time of marriage, they carry ceremonial according Christianity. Then at the time of death, the ceremony according Buddhism. So what is that? Not really serious, isn't it? Not very serious. So therefore, I feel some problems there, even those, among those believers, some naked people there, that we can't say failure of religious teaching, but failure of the person who suppose follow of that religion but not implement sincerely. This is my feeling. And some minor sort of belief, religion, doesn't even matter. I usually call major religious tradition. That means religious faith with certain sort of theology or certain philosophy. Like many Hinduism, there's a lot of philosophical sort of views. And then, of course, Buddhism, a lot of philosophy. And I usually divided Buddhist sort of, the text. Text. One, simply mention about human psychology, human emotion, and the function of the emotion. That I consider Buddhist science, not Buddhist religion. And also a Buddhist literature, much sort of explanation about matters, particles, like that. Then Buddhist philosophy, just some kind of sort of analyze on the basis of reality, on the basis of science. So that's Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist concept. So like a concept of interdependency. There is no absolute existence. Everything interdependent. So that's Buddhist word, patit samupad. Sanskrit word, patit samupad, dependent and arising. So that's many scientists very fond about that concept. And that concept also, you see, very close sort of the concept about the quantum physics, theory of relativity, like that. Then Buddhist religion. So unless we know the foundation of these sort of Buddhist concept, then Buddhism, practice of Buddhism is just like ritual. Not much use, not effect in our mind. So usually I describe the Buddhist system is utilize human intelligence maximum way and then transform our emotion. So many other religions also use the same. See, knowing fuller picture, then you get real conviction. Real conviction brings real enthusiasm, sincere enthusiasm to implement. So that's, I think, lacking. Many Hindu temples, just some rituals without much sort of explanation. One time, I think more than 20 years ago, I met some Thai student who studied Chandigarh University. He came to see me. You see, their family background, Buddhist, but they do not know what is Buddhism. So Thai monasteries in Thailand, you see, not explaining to ordinary people about Buddhism. They simply carry some rituals, some chanting in the monastery. Of course, some monastery, monastic universities also there. I think that may be different. So like that. So then they say, Christians, they sort of explaining because of the concept of that religion. So whereas Buddhism, you see, their native religion, or their traditional religion, they complain, it's not adequate sort of explanation they receive like that. So that's my view. So I often, here now, I often describe myself as a messenger of India, ancient Indian sort of treasure. That means wherever I go, I talk about ahimsa, non-violence. Non-violence action, that non-violent action related with compassionate mind. Where compassionate mind there, non-violence action is come. Like that. So I always is telling non-violence, ahimsa. Number one, sort of my sort of commitment. Number two commitment is religious harmony. In this country, I think only country on this planet, beside homegrown religion, all major world religious traditions live together. Occasionally there's some problem. That's of course understandable. You know, over now billion human population, some mischievous people always there. So some problems they happen. But overall picture, I think that this is the country, only country where all major religious traditions live together, mutual respect. So this is really wonderful. So these two things, wherever I go, I always telling India as an example. So I describe myself as a messenger of ancient Indian thought. Clear. So, and then also I further describe, I'm son of India. So one day, one Chinese, the reporter asked me, why you say you are son of India? Then I explained. Here, within this skull, my brain, I think every sort of particle of brain fulfilled Nalanda thought. Then this physical, last 51 years, that's major portion of my life. I escaped from Tibet age 24. Now, at that time, over 73, now 75. So So last 51 years, 50 years, this body survived by Indian dals, Indian rice. So therefore, I describe myself as a son of India. Isn't it? Then he remained quiet. I think he understands my logic, my reason like that. So in any way, so I want to share with our Indian friend, you must, you see, realize your traditional value. And meantime, within the country, some drawbacks like caste system or kasa chukdi, or dowries. This is some of these things, even if sometimes you see it reported in newspaper. So these we must address very seriously to change these things. And the political or sort of other field also like Naxalite or Maoist sort of movement. I think, you see, the area where a lot of suffering. I heard this is some area. Now, since this country got independence, now much development, big cities now developed there, but some of the area still no electricity, no proper school. So that's why, you see, in this area, so some people who have different interests easily manipulate. So sending more Indian police, not answer. Must lift their sort of living standard and provide education facility and electricity, these things. Then these problems reduce. So I think some problem within the country, I want to urge you, see, please pay more attention and not just because of the few nice words, but do something. Some organization really, you see, carrying some work. But this country, huge country, we need a lot of effort, more people like that. That I want. As a son of India, this is my appealing.